here with the Entertainment Answer Post Show. All right, here we go.
All right. Is that Blue Steel?
Blue Steel. We're here, Post Show. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're here.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh my gosh.
We just wrapped what is arguably our definitive show.
Our best show. We should stop. Because that was the most fun
we
we've had.
should stop and just that's
was-
it.
I'm out.
There was carnage. There was Blu-rays flying around. There was
There was
a
mayhem.
cage match.
We
You
had
see
mayhem.
This before, if you saw the pre-show, these were stacked nicely.
Yeah.
But according to him, he was not happy about few things.
No.
What happened is Brian dropped what is equivalent in Dave's mind to the F word, and that was the W word.
He had the longest URL in the history of now.
Thank you.
Okay, now listen. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that the guy with a extremely lucrative publishing empire didn't realize that you should really have your own domain name and you should have your own hosting, not
Well, we
at
knew
WordPress.com.
we knew that, but
We knew
it was,
that.
it was time and money
Yes.
and finance.
No, of course, and I understand
We
that
all don't
completely.
have our own server. We can just pop in and do whatever we want.
I do.
Well,
See how my
Between you
jaws
and-
go up and down?
between him and your long URL, I think we'll be set.
Yeah.
I don't.
What happened?
We were setting up the web show, and I don't know what happened. We went with WordPress.
No, and WordPress is important. WordPress is the core for everything, and that's fine. But not having it on your own server, that is where the issue is, because it ends up being more expensive and stuff, because now if it's going to be sitting at WordPress.com, we have to go pay them money to let us route the domain name to it and stuff like that. And what we're actually going to do is we're just going to put it on one of our servers so that
He's happy.
well,
Let me tell you something.
he has no idea what we're talking
Before we did the first show, I contacted Dave Curley, and I was like, hey, we're doing a show. These are the reasons that I contacted Dave Curley to do a show.
He knows
Because-
what he's doing.
Yeah, he is
Been
our
there.
tech expert.
I try.
So,
We're excited. So we have an official domain now, thanks to you.
I know.
So yeah,
Entertainment
we have our
Answer.com.
post show right now. We've got Blu-rays all over the place.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
just had a really fun show. We laughed. I want to talk about what news came out today.
It must be the Resident Evil.
Brad Pitt
Oh.
is chomping at the bit, no pun intended, about doing World War Z Part 2. And he wants David Fincher, a reteam with him, because they both did Fight Club together, amongst other things. Benjamin Button. They wanna do he wants them to do World War Z 2 together.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so when we left World War Z, if I'm hoping you've seen it.
Hi, brother.
when we left World War Z, they were, taking stadiums, and everybody had the little shot or the spray or whatever it was that got you ignored. And they were playing loud music and calling them in and killing them and stuff. So what are they going to pick? Sweeping up?
Have y'all read the book, World War Z?
The movie's
not.
nothing like the
Yeah,
book.
it's an oral history account, like a history book.
Right. Nothing.
So
of-
there's tons they can draw from as
Okay.
far as narrative from there. But I'm excited. I liked World War Z, even though it was PG-13.
Why don't you hit your mic again?
I did. I did not mean to do that. I hit the mic. See right here? It was right here. My hand hit it. But World War Z was PG-13, but there were some really genuinely scary moments
Big time.
in World War Z. They ran fast.
Dude,
was
they
frightening.
They poured in
They
like
poured
liquid.
in. When you see
Yeah.
them scampering up the wall like a herd of ants,
Yes.
and on top of each other, that was the scariest zombie moment I think I've like,
I-
wow, they don't just Night of the Living Dead creep around.
No,
that
no,
was
no.
awesome.
No, and when they were in the when they're in Jerusalem in the streets, and they're like running, and it's like you dumped water, and it's just you almost see them come and slosh up against the other side and level out and follow after you. That was, that's not Walking Dead.
So we're talking about World War Z 2 sequel, and our good friend Anthony Pafford says, "Oh God, only if Brad Pitt slips on blood in the first 5 minutes and dies."
So how do you really feel about
But
Brad Pitt?
I have to
Wow.
say, I have to say that when I watch zombie movies, I really want to be a part of them. I want to be in there. I want to be killing zombies with all sorts of weapons. I can see your face back there. You're just like, what? World War Z was not a zombie movie I wanted to be
Are
part
we
of.
keeping you up? Yeah. Are we? You want to go lay down? Have some more cocoa?
Just really warm. And toasty.
It's like 105 outside. The guy's in a cardigan. He's got cocoa on his desk.
He does. But
My
like, aren't there
goodness.
like Shaun of the Dead? Wouldn't you want to like be part of that and like?
Right. So have you done any of the Great Escapes? The escape rooms? Have you?
I've
you know
done
about the
escape.
rooms?
Yes, I have
What?
done
No.
escape
Have you
room.
not done the zombie escape
I
room?
have not.
What is it?
The zombie one or just escape rooms, period?
Period.
Period. Escape rooms, there's these things that are some really good ones in South Lake. You go in there and you have 1 hour to get out of this room. You got to find clues. You got to do all this like stuff. You got to solve all these mysteries to get out of this room. And if you do it within an hour, you get all these really cool accolades.
Yeah, like there was one they did for The Purge 2, and the first thing, you were locked in a cage and you had to find your way out of the locked cage. So you had to find a piece of rope, attach a magnet to it, throw it somewhere across the room to get keys.
the
And
key.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's kind of like that, but I
Yeah.
guess there's a zombie one, and that sounds so much fun.
Well, the zombie one is there's a zombie in the corner chained up, and every minute the chain length goes out a little bit longer. So
Yeah.
so you have to finish it before the chain completely gets
Dude,
out.
Right.
it's like when what's her face died in Walking Dead, where the guy's in the chair dying, and she's in there, and he's slowly dying, and then he's dead, and it's like the clock is ticking, and she knows that as soon as he
Yeah.
wakes up,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I'm
was
excited.
tense.
That was a tense moment of Walking Dead. But yeah, there's
like it.
and there's some, if you don't like to do scary stuff, the escape room we did was you're in this. It was three different rooms you had to go through, and it was all about this kid, this old cold case of this missing person, and you had to figure out some stuff about it and get out through the. Yeah, it's just really cool.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah, it's good to go in with. I think you can take 6 people max. I think.
yeah,
You just
it's
go in
like,
as a team. It's good team builder stuff.
it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
But yeah, World War Z 2. I'm in.
Oh, we're still talking about World War Z too.
Well, we're zombies.
we kind of
well,
circled back around.
Yeah, we're making a full circle here.
A
That's
full
that's
circle.
good.
So we were talking about,
Talking about a lot of stuff.
I know, we were talking about Criterion.
Yeah,
earlier?
Criterion.
Yeah.
We have a Criterion right here, which comes out in 2 weeks, which is called A Taste of Honey. This is an excellent, excellent movie. When it comes out, I highly, highly recommend you buy it.
I love Criterion. I've got some, or I had some, Criterion Laserdiscs.
King Kong 1933 version
No,
Criterion.
no,
That's
no.
a good laser disc.
No, I know. But I got one of the James Bond from Russia with Love Criterion.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's actually 2 versions of it. The first version was released and then pulled because the director was blunt. Really, really politically incorrect, blunt. Like, the only reason we hired her, she had fat legs, and the only reason we hired her was, or she had great legs. So the only reason we hired her was so that her legs looked good when she was walking. She couldn't act her way out of a paper bag. I mean, he's just trashing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something. So somewhere online, somebody had that and took it and mixed it with the original one. So I now have a DVD that has the currently released Criterion edition plus those extra tracks built in. So you can just like turn them on and off and stuff, and you can like get the one that they were like, oh, this makes the studio look bad. This makes him look bad. This makes all of it. We're gonna have women's groups attacking, and all. It's awesome.
What movie that's not out on Criterion do you want to see on Criterion? You can't say Good Burger.
I can say anything.
Harold
I
and Kumar.
want.
Go
Have
to
they
White
done
Castle.
have they done an 12 Angry Men
Yes.
on Criterion? Have they?
Yes. Yes.
12 Angry Men, the Jack Lemmon one.
Yes, they have. That was
The Henry
recent.
Fonda.
That was recent. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Because I guess I kind of forget because there's so much out on Criterion. I'm not sure. There's not even.
So do we have a Dirty Dozen Criterion?
No.
Do we have a Great Escape Criterion?
No.
Bullet?
No.
It's 3 of the greatest movies.
So we
Guns
know
of
where you are.
Navarone?
Nope.
One of the greatest movies
I
ever.
haven't seen any of those movies you just named.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I don't like westerns,
He saw Ghostbusters
Okay.
remake.
So he doesn't like Westerns.
and I don't like
None of those are Westerns.
the Guns of Navarone.
Guns of Navarone is a World War II.
Oh, that's I don't like military.
We're
movies.
talk- we're-
I
we're-
like,
we're
I like,
talking
I dislike
like the
military
Rock of
movies More
Gibraltar.
than I dislike westerns.
Yeah, okay. Good
If-
night.
if-
I don't do military films.
Oh my
If you're
gosh.
listening to us
Seriously,
on
Dirty Dozen?
if you're
Was that a western?
Yeah.
Whoever's listening to
Yeah,
us
that
on
was a
our post
Western.
show on the Entertainment
wasn't?
Answer,
Yeah, no.
tell us what movie
Lee
you want to see
Marvin,
on
Charles
Criterion
Bronson.
Collection
Right, but I thought they
right
were like-
now.
World
It'll
War
be
II.
awesome.
It was the original Suicide Squad, is what it was. They took a bunch of guys that were on death row in the military. They were going to be executed, and they said, "We have this, basically a suicide mission. If you guys accomplish it, you're free."
I would have bet money Dirty Dozen was a Western.
No.
Was there something close to that
Magnificent Seven?
title? Oh, no, I know that's
Which was Seven Samurai.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't know.
Aaron Fisk wants to see Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on Criterion, which,
All right.
hey, if it gets Rick Moranis back in a commentary, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Anthony
swear
Pafford
he-
wants Bullet on Criterion.
Yeah.
That's Steve McQueen. That's a racing movie.
Yeah.
That I have seen.
Bullets. Okay, wow. Okay, at least you've seen that. Seriously, Guns
Dave's
of
so
Navarone,
touchy.
man. Gregory Peck.
Is that like up there with like Sands of Iwo Jima and Bridges of Kumar or the Bridge of Kwai?
No,
or
these are real good
Bridge
movies.
of Sighs.
Bridge over the River Kwai.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That would be good.
Yeah, seriously. Is that on
I haven't
Criterion?
seen
Do you
any of
know?
those.
No, it's not.
So how
'Cause I haven't
come?
seen Private Ryan either. So
Really? That is a phenomenal movie.
You've never seen Saving Private
I
Ryan?
don't like military movies.
But that's
Wow.
like a milestone in filmmaking.
Yeah.
is
the
Saving
first,
Private Ryan.
The first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of that movie.
And they're trying to save
25 if
Jason
you
Bourne.
take the walk through the cemetery at the beginning.
Yeah.
Is
Well, you need to see that. That's a good
is the-
Spielberg movie.
dude, it's some of the best cinema. Saving Private Ryan, the first 20 minutes, the invasion of Normandy
Doomsday.
is as close to looking at documentary archival footage for about half of it.
Yeah, and it was like all handheld. It's milestone.
Yes.
It is.
But was
People-
it entertaining?
Yes.
Yes. People like copied
What it did
him
is
afterwards.
is if you already didn't respect your grandparents, it shot the respect through the roof.
It's really
what
good.
those guys did, what they did, they were literally throwing men at that beach, knowing that the only thing they were going to be good for is stepping on to get to the beach. When the things dropped down, these guys were getting mowed down. They were getting killed before they even attacked the beach. It was just
That's
get as
nice.
many there as possible because they had to do it, and that was phenomenally shot. Some of the best cinema ever.
See what one movie that I think should be on Criterion, and it's not even on Blu-ray yet, is James Cameron The Abyss.
Really?
It's
Oh,
not
I can
on
see that.
Blu-ray at all.
Really?
Why?
And I think that should be an awesome Criterion
Almost
Collection.
Famous. Almost Famous needs to be Criterion.
So so there's
Eyes Wide
it's
Shut. Eyes
on
Wide Shut needs
Blu-ray.
to be correct.
Anything
Well,
Cameron's done.
Every Kubrick movie comes out every like 10 years or
Yeah.
not 10 years, every 10 months.
It's like the Disney Vault.
Correct. But yeah, I don't even think there's a Disney Criterion yet.
That would
But there are like 2 or 3 Michael Bay movies that are Criterion,
Really?
unfortunately. The Rock and Armageddon,
Mm.
something else. They have to make money. Beverly Hills Cop.
Maybe for people who are tuning in who have no idea what that means.
So Criterion Collection is basically, I'll say it. The Criterion Collection is a home video distribution center.
Very James Lipton of you.
Thank you. They're like the Neiman Marcus of home video.
Yeah.
They get the best transfers, they get the best audio, and they get the best extras. The Silence of the Lambs is an old school DVD Criterion, and they have commentary by Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. It's really good. And they're usually more expensive, but they're so worth it on
Much more in
every
depth.
level. And the movies they try to get are culturally significant
Right.
and important, minus some of the Michael Bay stuff. Hence, like
I
this
just
movie.
I just listed like 5 of them, and they're not on there. Is there like a list of what they're doing that's current that we need to go ahead and get the Criterion out versus let's get into the archives and
I'm trying to get an interview with them, so hopefully soon we can ask these questions to them.
Is there
but
a Wizard of Oz Criterion?
Nope. No Wizard of Oz Criterion yet. I mean, they have
For
to
the
get.
sheer fact of needing to be preserved, I would think they would do that.
They have to get the rights to all
Yeah,
these movies. So
yeah.
that's a lot of it. But one that's coming out in 2 weeks that we've talked about is called A Taste of Honey. It is an excellent British
So
film.
is this about beekeeping?
No, I wish. No, it actually is probably kickstarted, the movement in
British films. Yeah.
in Britain about having gay characters
Mm-hmm.
or people of color in films. And it's really good. There's some taboo relationships. 19, is it 61?
This came out in 61. Yes,
61,
came out in
yeah. And
61.
It's excellent. It's excellent. My review will be out on High Def Digest soon. And
I love
comes-
it. It stars It features Rita Tushingham.
Yeah, Tushingham.
What a name.
English. It's a really good movie. I highly recommend. Aaron Fisk.
Sort of Lord Tushingham.
I wonder if she was the butt of a lot of jokes.
Aha! Aha! Where's the spoon?
They were always poking fun at her.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Anthony Pafford wants to
that's
see
good.
Face
I'm gonna
Off
ask you a question.
Criterion with commentary by Travolta speaking as Nick Cage and Cage speaking as Travolta.
I'd pay to see that.
I would pay to
That-
see that.
Yeah, I'd go see that as a 2-man show.
I think Criterion's a little too serious to me.
Yeah.
They don't like to do funny stuff, do they?
I mean, I would.
Like gagged stuff.
They could. They could.
could.
Aaron Fisk wants to see Scrooge, the Bill Murray movie.
How about Groundhog Day? Is there a Criterion of that?
No, there's not. I'm trying to think of any Bill Murray that's a Criterion, and I'm trying to think. Oh, Tootsie.
Ghostbusters?
Tootsie is on Criterion,
Twister
and
on
Bill Murray's in that. Huh?
Bill Murray's in Tootsie?
Twister's not Criterion.
Bill
I
Murray's
wish.
in Tootsie?
Isn't he Dustin Hoffman's roommate?
Really?
Bill Murray. Yeah. How am I the only one? I'm the youngest one here, and I'm the only one that's seen Tootsie.
Because on Tootsie, all I can think of
We've seen a lot of stuff since then.
yeah, I'm just thinking Dustin Hoffman walking down the street. I mean, that's
I'm pretty sure Bill Murray is his roommate in Tootsie.
huh?
You sure it's not Dabney Coleman or Charles Coleman?
Dabney Coleman.
Dabney
Oh, Bill
Coleman.
Murray plays Jeff.
Oh my goodness, I'm right.
Okay, so is The Jerk on Criterion?
Oh my goodness, the Jerk
That-
Criterion.
yes. The Jerk. That needs to be top priority.
I'm trying to think if there is a Criterion of Steve Martin.
There are a lot of old ones. You've got Charlie Chaplin Modern Times from 1936.
Most of Charlie Chaplin stuff
Yeah.
is on Criterion, including Modern Times.
What about
Umberto, Day of Wrath, A Night to Remember.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, Criterion Collection.
oh, it's gone. But one of my favorite movies from that time period: Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor,
Stir Crazy?
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy?
Oh,
Okay.
Stir Crazy.
That would be
should
awesome.
Criterion.
I agree. I
Couldn't
love
give
that
much
movie.
commentary.
How about the Twilight Saga?
No thanks.
No, I was just playing.
I mean,
people.
if they wanted, oh yeah, I don't even think that whole subset of people know what Criterion is. I mean, we'd like to get them there.
Criterion, wasn't that like part of a series about science fiction? It was the Criterion
yeah.
planet. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Do you still have a Laserdisc player? Each of you?
No, I wish
I never
because I
did
would
have
watch
one.
that
You didn't?
1933
I
King
still
Kong
have a
Criterion.
working Pioneer,
That's awesome.
and I've
we were
got
very blue
the
collar.
I've got the
It had
Star
that kind of
Wars
fancy stuff.
I've got the Star Wars original trilogy on Laserdisc.
So that's not the special edition
No,
where
no.
Lucas
No, this is one of the last
Messed it up.
one of the
You don't
last
get Han Solo talking to Jabba the Hutt after the thing.
and stepping
No.
on his tail.
No, this was the one that they released where they actually
Good.
took it from a video. It was a video transfer.
Okay,
that
yeah.
they did, and came out in the early '90s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preston has joined us, I think. Preston, what do you think should be on Criterion that's not already? We want to know.
Captain America: Civil War.
Do you know what's on Criterion though? Salo. No, never seen that.
What?
No, there
Wait,
you go.
What, that black guy, the rapper singer guy?
No, Salo. 120,
Oh.
120 Days of Sodom. Have you not seen this movie? It's a Marquis de Sade story.
I lived that movie.
Yes, you did. I bet you did live this movie. Salo is, and for me saying this, it is the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. Salo. It is a Marquis de Sade story. It was directed by Pier Pasolini, who was murdered right after he made it because of it. He was run over repeatedly in his car by somebody.
Wow.
It is so
You think
good.
our critics are bad?
I know, right? It is such a good movie, but that's on Criterion. It is amazing. So, but yeah, that's what we're thinking. We like Criterion here. We love
Pan's
Criterion.
I
Labyrinth.
love Criterion.
Pan's
We
Labyrinth
do.
is coming out in October 18th.
Yeah, so Guillermo del Toro's Kronos,
Guillermo
Guillermo
del Toro.
is on Criterion. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping like Hellboy and Hellboy 2 get a
The-
Criterion release.
The
And by the way, I'm the
Trio
only one
G-
not on my computer, so all these guys are. I have to
Boyhood
check up
is
to
coming
see if
out.
Bill Murray's in a movie right now.
Boyhood is coming out.
Boyhood is coming out. That's a link letter. Days of Confused is on
have very
Criterion.
little
Valley of the
contribute.
Dolls is coming out on Criterion.
I think Matt said he brings nothing to the table.
I have very little to contribute.
Have I heard that before?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What else do we got? What
So
else?
you said Twister is on Criterion already?
I know it's not.
Are the
I would love
Hitchcock
for that.
is the Hitchcock library on Criterion? Do you know?
Yes, well, not all of them, but there
No?
are some. Mostly, I think DVD wise. I don't think a lot of them have made it over to Blu-ray yet, but there are definitely some.
I've got the Odd
Pretty
Couple
good.
series.
The Odd Couple series.
I think Criterion did something with that. Didn't
The
they?
Odd Couple. I'm trying to remember.
What,
they don't
the
do many
TV show?
show.
They don't do
They
TV
have
shows?
some. No, they have sometimes. It's rare
Really?
though.
Oh, it must not be Criterion that I have.
Maybe the Criterion of the movie. Walter
No.
Matthau and Jack Lemmon. That's a classic.
Oh wait, maybe it is the movie. It is the movie. Yes, never
That
mind.
might be.
It's all coming back to me now
Okay, so
because they have the greatest packaging too.
They do. So you can see it's like really cool artwork, clear case. It's spine numbered. This one's 829, and it lists everything about it. And all of them come with a big booklet inside. It's really, really cool. This one I think is a fold-out booklet.
It looks like it is, and yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's like when you used to buy CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's essays by everybody in there, and like
Nice.
it gives cast, crew, and technical information.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
That is with every Criterion. There's a reason you pay a little bit more for them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
But that's a really good one. Comes out in a couple weeks.
How much do you pay for that one?
Criterion sent that to me, so I'm really excited. But you know what? About
Speaking on you.
3 times a year, you can go to Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble throws a 50% off all their Criterions. And if you had or know somebody who has a Barnes & Noble card, you get an extra 10% off that too. So that is 60% off Criterions about 3 times a year.
That's cool.
It's so worth it, which means it brings them out to about $18, $17 a movie.
Which is standard DVD
Yeah,
or
that's not bad for what you
generic
get.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, and it's worth every penny.
That's cool. Yeah, if you're gonna build your collection, if you can do it. Throw
Yeah,
Criterions in there as much
are
as possible.
the best that you can buy, and there's 829 of them right now. So
Wow.
Wow. You have all of them?
no, there's a few I'm missing.
Yeah.
So in
I have a
your
lot of
in your collection, do you have like, here is my Criterion stuff? It's on one bookcase. You know, and then you have like all your other stuff, or is your collection set up where it's like alpha by genre or just alpha by director?
Autobiographical. That's how I set up.
So-
Autobiographical.
So when you when you got it,
So that's a high fidelity joke. Mind blown. No, I have my Criterions separate. I have my TV separate.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of my Scream Factory separate, just because it's all the horror basically.
Mhm.
And then I don't have them by genre. I wish I did, but I haven't taken the time to do that. But yeah,
It's hard because I had mine by genre, and then I was like, I don't like to go back and resort everything. So now it's by genre up to like
well,
3 years ago, and then now it's every year. It's in order of release
oh,
by
that's
year.
good. Well, you know, when you do genres, you've got so much crossover.
You do.
You've got, you know, like this one with Meryl Streep, comma dramedy.
Mhm.
So it's a dramedy. So would you have a dramedy section?
You can't.
Does it go in comedy? You know,
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool. And then what's it called? Anthony said that any Bruce Campbell movie should be a Criterion.
that would be pretty good.
And I mean, they've released Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 13, 15 times. They haven't done a Criterion. And Bruce Campbell commentary is legendary.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? Kevin Smith has Criterions out.
Does he really? Of what?
Chasing Amy is a Criterion on DVD.
You know, they should do all the Stan Lee stuff before he gets too old to do commentaries.
They really should.
What's
Yeah.
Stan Lee stuff?
Stan Lee?
Like-
I know Stan Lee, but which?
Anything that
Like
he's
like all his Marvel movies.
all the
and-
Marvel movies with
Yeah.
him doing the
with
commentary.
yeah.
So the thing about that, I think, I don't know if Marvel will ever charge Criterion,
Right.
less
Mm.
rates for that, but there are also tons of already extras on all of those movies. I'm trying to think of what they could bring that.
So
But is-
Criterion's point is to release stuff that didn't have a lot of extras at the beginning.
Well, it's movies that are culturally significant and important usually. So that's why you get a lot of the older films. I mean, all of Akira Kurosawa's movies are
Sure.
on there. Fellini's movies are on there.
What about like
Godard.
like some of the early Godzilla movies?
Godzilla is on Criterion, and
original,
absolutely,
the
and I own
55
that.
or whatever?
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely, and it's awesome.
And
It
he's
is-
still alive, or at least he was as of last year.
Yes, I'm trying to remember
Did-
what.
Was the director? When was he?
I'm trying to remember the extras of that, but yeah, there's tons of extras on it.
commentaries?
Yeah, it's awesome. And if they can't get, if
Fantastic.
somebody's dead, they usually get a film historian or their kids or something to do it.
Very cool.
And it's really cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, but yeah,
That would
Godzilla
be-
is
that would be
definitely on
fun
there.
to have as a job. I would think to like produce those things, to like gather these people and do the recordings and the screenings and get to sit there and, you weren't there when it was made, to be able to pull these legends together, to, if you could have Hitchcock, and sit there and talk with him while he's discussing how screwed up he made Tippi Hedren.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. I like it.
I like it. Good talk. Good talk.
Good talk?
Good chat.
Is that good? Is this the post show, or are we ending? Do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't know. I'm good.
What's your favorite Hitchcock movie?
My favorite Hitchcock movie? Ooh,
That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to talk. I mean, you want to do. Can I? Is
3
North by Northwest and The Birds out of it because those are good.
because those are excellent. Yeah.
He did Velvet Rope, right? That's Velvet
He did Rope.
Rope. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And Vertigo is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
I saw. I have a.
I haven't named my favorite two yet. That's funny. That must be different.
The Trouble with Harry. I thought it was hilarious.
Trouble with Harry. I never saw Trouble with Harry.
Yeah. Everybody keeps moving this body. They find this body and they bury him, and someone finds him, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he keeps moving. And it's a black comedy, and it is hilarious. A very young 3-year-old or early 4-year-old Jerry Mathers is in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the Beaver.
As the Beaver.
Did you get that joke?
What?
You know who Jerry Mathers is?
I
The
thought
Beaver.
so.
Yeah, the Beaver.
I'll pull one on Brian. So y'all didn't mention Rear Window. Rear Window is
Rear
my
Window
favorite
is one of my
Hitchcock.
favorites of all time. Period.
Yeah.
Of all time, of all movies?
Of all movies.
And
yes.
Psycho. Those are my two.
Yeah.
That's my. I kind of go back and forth because they're totally different films.
Yeah, they are.
But I think Hitchcock. Those are my two go-tos.
That's why I threw Rear Window in our intro sequence. Just
Yeah,
because
I saw that.
I love that. I
You had North by Northwest in there, too.
I did. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love Rear Window. I love the entire concept. I took a films of Hitchcock class in college, and there's no better class than to be able to sit there and discuss last week's movie and the things that were going on and what Hitchcock was saying and why he was doing it and what he pioneered, because he pioneered a lot in these movies. But then watch the next one on a 35 reel. I mean, it was fantastic.
Did Hitchcock do Rebecca? Wasn't that him?
No.
I thought he did Rebecca, the based on the book thing. I thought that was him. I know that's a Criterion, but I thought that was him. I can't remember. Speaking of Psycho,
Hitchcock, 39 Steps.
39 Steps, so good.
Strangers
Spellbound,
on a Train.
he did Spellbound.
Oh,
Did Frenzy, Marnie.
Really good too.
That is a good
Strangers
one.
on a Train is a fantastic, and that is a wonderful movie.
We're talking about Alfred Hitchcock now. Let us know your favorite Hitchcock
Suspicion.
movies.
Hey, going back to Criterion, did they ever do Maltese Falcon on Criterion?
No, they did not.
Have they done Casablanca?
No. No Casablanca.
Double Jeopardy? not the
Okay.
Ashley Judd one.
That's what my mind went to.
Yeah, the guy from My Three Sons.
Okay.
Fred
All right.
McMurray?
No,
Fred McMurray
not that I
was
know
in,
of.
Have you guys not seen that movie?
No.
So good.
The first Criterion
So
with spine number 1 is Grand Illusion. If you've ever seen that.
I don't.
They've done a Spinal Tap Criterion, and it is excellent.
really?
It's out of print, so you'll pay $50 to $100 for it.
Notorious. That was a great Hitchcock
Notorious.
movie.
Did he do Rebecca?
No, I don't see Rebecca in here.
I did Rebecca. I'm
I
curious.
know.
'cause
I mean,
thought
he did Marnie, and screwed up Tippi Hedren. Kept her locked up in the trailer
Hey.
when they weren't filming. I mean, the entire time.
He was method.
She had no contact with anybody that wasn't on the set in the frame.
He was method. Do you think if Hitchcock were alive, he would remake his own movie or do a remake?
I don't know.
Anthony Hopkins did one called Hitchcock.
There you go.
Wait, huh?
Anthony Perkins and Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony, did I say Hopkins?
You said
Perkins
Hopkins.
is dead for like 20
I
years.
thought I said Hopkins.
You said Hopkins.
You said
Yeah,
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins
I
played Hitchcock.
played
in the movie
Hitchcock.
in the movie Hitchcock.
And it was about
They were shooting Psycho.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why'd y'all look at me like I was crazy?
But that's not a remake.
I don't
That's
know.
a docudrama.
I don't have time to sit around and do post shows all day.
Post show, they're fun.
Hitchcock.
Oh, look at that.
Very good.
I remember
Hitchcock. First wife.
There you go. It was a book. I read it. And Psycho 4, which came out in 1990, which had Anthony Perkins come to a radio show and talk about his life, which we are doing right now.
Which was portrayed by
A young Henry Thomas right after E.T.
Yeah, a probably 16, 17, 18-year-old Henry Thomas.
Yeah.
I didn't
About?
know that. Because we just interviewed him.
We did.
At the film festival.
Oh, yeah. We went right after each other.
That never came up.
Y'all should. That is what y'all should have actually talked to him about.
I asked him about Michael Jackson. He had a Michael Jackson story, so that
Really?
was cool. Yeah. He was super nice. He was in a band, too.
He was a good
Played
guy.
guitar.
Yeah,
he was.
solid.
Michael Jackson or Henry Thomas?
Both.
Okay.
Both. All right, so I think that is our good post show. We had a good show today.
Yay.
We'll be back, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Entertainment
Bye.
Answer.